Today's 20 minutes of reading Harry Potter. Okay. What's this? Okay, let's keep going. Let me see. I always knew Slender Slimthery was a twisted, old, lonely. Oh, old loony, Ron told Harry and Hermione as they fought their way through the teeming corridors. Teem teeming, yeah. So you tell me all the time I pronounce it wrong. The corridor, not corridor. Oh, corridor is British accent. Wow, corridor. Oh, whatever. Teeming corridors at the end of the lesson to drop off their bags before dinner. But I never knew he started all this purebred stuff. I wouldn't be in his house if you paid me. Honestly, if the strolling head had tried to put me in Slytherin, I would be got to the train straight back home. Hermione nodded. Hermione nodded fervently, but Harry didn't say anything. His stomach had just dropped unpleasantly. Harry had never told Ron and Hermione that the Sorting Hat had seriously considered putting him in Slytherin. He could remember, although it were yesterday, the small voice that had spoken in his ear when he would placed the hat on his head a year before. You could be great, you know. It's all here in your head, and Slytherin would help you on the way to greatness. No doubt about that. Wait, so Harry is pure blood? I don't know. But Harry, who had already heard of Slytherin houses, what? Reputation? Oh, reputation. Of Slytherin's house has a reputation of turning out dark wizards has thought desperately. Not Slytherin, and had said, "Oh well, if you are sure, better be Gryffindor." As they were shouted alone in the throng. What throng? In the throng, Colin Creevy went past. "Hey, Harry." "Hello, Colin," said Harry automatically. Harry, a boy in my class has been saying you're. But Colin was so small he couldn't fight against the tide of people bearing him toward the great hall. And I heard him squeak, "See you, Harry," and he was gone. "What's a boy in his class saying about you?" Hermione wondered. "That I'm standing here, I expect," said Harry, his stomach dropping another inch or so as he suddenly remembered the way just. So he's a ear! What? Stomach dropping another inch or so as he suddenly remembered the way Justin Finch Fletchley had run away from him at lunchtime. "People here will believe anything," said Ron in disgust. The crowd thinned, and they were able to climb the next staircase without difficulty. "Do you really think there's a Chamber of Secrets?" Ron asked Hermione. "I don't know," she said, frowning. "Dumbledore couldn't cure Mrs. Norris, and that makes me think that whatever attacked her might not be, well, human." As he spoke, they turned a corner and found themselves at the end of the very corner where the attack had happened. They stopped and looked. The scenes were just as it had been last night, except that there was no steel cat hanging from the torch bracket. An empty chair stood against the wall, bearing the message: "The Chamber of Secrets has been opened." "That's where Flinch has been keeping guard," Ron muttered. They looked at each other. The corridor, I forgot. It's like corridor. Shit. The corridor was deserted. What do you mean deserted? It's like no people at all. No people. Or what? Deserted. That's deserted. Oh yeah, no people in it. Deserted. "Can't Hans to have us poke around," said Harry, dropping his bag and getting to his hands and knees so that he could crawl along, searching for clues. "Search marks," he said, "here and here." Search. Scorch marks. "Come and look at this," said Hermione. "This is funny." Harry got up and crossed to the window next to the message on the wall. Hermione was pointing at the topmost pen, yeah, pen. It's like P-A-N-E, pen. Where around 20 spiders were scuttling. Oh, scattering, apparently fighting to get through the small crack. A long, silvery thread was dangling like a rope, as though they had all climbed it in their hurry to get outside. Have you ever seen spiders act like that?" said Hermione wonderingly. "No," said Harry. "Have you, Ron? Ron?" He looked over his shoulder. Ron was standing well back and seemed to be fighting the impulse to run. "What's up?" said Harry. "I don't like spiders," said Ron tensely. "I never knew that," said Hermione, looking at Ron in surprise. "You've used spiders in potions loads of times." "I don't mind them dead," said Ron, who was carefully looking anywhere but at the window. "I just don't like the way they move." Hermione giggled. "It's not funny," said Ron, fiercely. Fiercely is like kind of angry or what? I'm so that. Okay. In a frightened environment or powerful way. Okay, fine. "If you must know, when I was three turned my teddy bear into a great big filthy spider because I broke his toy broomstick. Wow, that's crazy. Ooh, filthy. Ooh. You wouldn't like them either if you don't been holding your bear and suddenly it had too many legs and he broke off, shuddering. Hermione was obviously still trying not to laugh, feeling they had better get off the subject. Harry said, "Remember all that water on the floor? Where did that come from?" "Someone's mopping it up. It was about here," said Ron, recovering himself to walk a few paces past Flinch's chair and pointing. "Never with this door." He reached for the brass doorknob, but suddenly withdrew his hand as though he were being burned. "What's the matter?" said Harry. "Can go in there," said Harry gruffly. "There's a girl's toilet." "Oh, wrong. There won't be anyone there," said Hermione. "Stand up and come over. Let's moan Myrtle's place. Come on, let's have a look." And ignoring the large out of order sign, she opened the door. It was the gloomiest, most depressing bathroom Harry had ever set foot in. Under the large, cracked and spotted mirror were a row of chipped sinks. Chipped sinks. What do you mean that? It's like very dirty or wow. chipped. It's like where small pieces or pieces broken off. Broken sink, bruh. Chipped sinks. The floor was damp and reflected the dull light given off by the stumps of a few candles burning low in their holders. The wooden doors to the stalls were flaking and scratched, and one of them was dangling off its hinge or height. I don't know. G-E or hinge. That is hinge. I don't make sure dangling. Oh, it's fucking dangling. So it's dangling, right? Stupid ass. Dangling of the hinge. What the hell? He dangling. Dangling. What the fuck then? Oh my god. Hermione put her finger to her lips and set off toward the end stall. 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 Okay. When she reached it, she said, "Hello, Myrtle. How are you?" Harry and Ron went to look. Molly Myrtle was floating above the tank of the toilet, picking a spot on her chin. "This is a girl's bedroom," she said, eyeing Ron and Harry suspiciously. "They are not girls." "No," Hermione agreed. "I just wanted to show them how nice it is in here." She waved vaguely. How nice. Jesus. She waved vaguely at the dirty old mirror and the damp floor. "Ask her if she saw anything," Harry mouthed at Hermione. "Why are you whispering?" said Myrtle, staring at him. "Nothing," said Harry quickly. "We wanted to ask. I wish people would stop talking behind my back," said Myrtle, in a voice choked with tears. "I do have feelings, even if I'm dead." "Myrtle, no one wants to upset you," said Hermione. "Harry only." "No one wants to upset me. That's a good one," howled Myrtle. "My life was nothing but misery at this place, and now people come along ruining my death." "We wanted to ask you if you've seen anything funny lately," said Hermione quickly, "because a cat was attacked right outside your front door on Halloween." "Did you see anyone near here that night?" said Harry. "I wasn't paying attention," said Myrtle dramatically. "Peeves upset me so much I came in here and tried to kill myself. Then, of course, I remember that I am already dead," said Ron helpfully. Myrtle gave a tragic sob, rose up in the air, turned over, and dived headfirst into the toilet, splashed water all over them, and vanished from sight. Although from the direction of her muffled sobs, she had come to rest somewhere in the U-bend. What would it mean, U-bend? Harry and Ron stood with their mouths open, but Hermione shrugged wearily and said, "Honestly, that was almost cheerful for Myrtle. Come on, let's go." Harry had barely closed the door on Myrtle's gurgling sobs when a loud voice made all three of them jump. "Wrong!" Percy Weasley had stopped dead at the end, at the at the head of the stairs. Perfect badge. What? A gleam? A gleam, right? Yeah, good. A gleam, an expression of complete shock on his face. "That's girl's bathroom," he gasped. "What were you?" "Just having a look around." Wrong. Oh, I forgot what that. Sure. Shrugged. Ron shrugged. "Clues, Percy spelled in a manner that reminded Harry forcefully of Mrs. Wesley. "Get away from here," Percy said, striding toward them and starting to bustle them along. flapping his arms. Don't you care what this looks like? Coming back here while everyone's at dinner. Why shouldn't we be here? Said Ron heartily, stopping short and glaring at Percy. Listen, we never laid a finger on that cat. That's what I told Jenny, said Percy fiercely. But she still seems to think you are going to be expelled. I've never seen her so upset, crying her eyes out. You might think of her. All of her ears are thoroughly overexcited by this business. You don't care about Jenny, said Ron, whose ears were now reddening. You're just worried I'm going to mess up your chances of being head boy. 5 points from Gryffindor, Percy said tersely, fingering his perfect badge. And I hope it teaches you a lesson. No more detective work, or I will write to Mom. And he strode off, the back of his neck and red, the back of his neck as red as Ron's ears. Harry, Ron, and Hermione chose seats as far as possible from Percy in the common room that night. Ron was still in a very bad temper and kept blotting his charms homework. Blotting. Okay. When he reached absently for his wand to remove the sumptuous. Wow. Remove the smudges. It. Oh my god, what the hell? Ignite the parchment. Fuming almost as much as his homework, Ron slammed the standard book of spells, grade 2, shut. To Harry's surprise, Hermione followed suit. Who can it be, though? She said in a quiet voice, as though continuing a conversation they had just been having. Who would want to frighten all the scripts and muggles born out of Hogwarts? Let's think, said Ron in mock puzzlement. Who do we know who think Muggle borns are scum? He looked at Hermione. Hermione looked back, unconvinced. If you're talking about Malfoy, of course I am, said Ron. Hurt him. You'll be next. Mudblood. Come on, you've only got to look at his foul red face to know it's him. Malfoy, the ear of Slytherin, said Hermione, skipped skeptically. Skeptically. Look at his family, said Harry, closing in his book too. The whole lot of them have been in Slytherin. He's always boasting about it. They could easily be Slytherin's decent di- 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 decent. Oh shit, descendant. His father's definitely evil enough. They could have had the key to the Chamber of Secrets for centuries, said Ron. Handed in doubt, father to son. Well, said Hermione. Okay, cautiously. I suppose it's possible. But how do we prove it? Said Harry darkly. There might be a way, said Hermione slowly, dropping her voice still further with the quick glance across the room at Percy. Of course, it would be difficult and dangerous, very dangerous. We would be breaking about 50 school rules, I expect. If, in a month or so, you feel like explaining, you will let us know, won't you? Said Ron irritably. All right, said Hermione coldly. What we need. What we need to do is to get inside the Slytherin common room and ask Malfoy a few questions without him realize it is us. But that's impossible, Harry said as Ron laughed. No, it's not, said Hermione. All we need would be some polyjuice potion. Polyjuice potion. What's that? Said Ron and Harry together. Snape mentioned it in class a few weeks ago. Do you think we've got nothing better to do in potions than listen to Snape? Murmured Ron. It transforms you into somebody else. Think about it. We could change into three of Slytherins. No one would know it was us. Malfoy would probably tell us anything. He's probably boasting about it in the Slytherin common room right now. If only we could hear him. The polyjuice stuff sounds a bit dodgy to me, said Ron. Strongly. What if we were stuck looking like three of the Slytherin forever? It wears off after a while, said Hermione, waving her hand impatiently, but getting hold of the recipe. Recipe will be very difficult. Snape said it was in a book called Most. What the hell? Potent. 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 And it's bound to be the rest. Oh shit. In the restricted section of the library, there was only one way to get out a book from the restricted section. You need to sign note of permission from the teacher. Hard to see why we'd want the book, really, said Ron, if we weren't going to try and make one of the potions. I think, said Hermione, that's if we made it sound as though we were just interested in the theory. We might stand a chance. Oh, come on. No teacher's going to fall for that, Sarah. They would have be it would have to be really thick. Yeah, let's do 20 minutes. Ha.